This our face cap is very fine, oh. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, team leader Peter Obi, team African God Savage. This is the man representing Peter Obi. Anything Peter Obi is doing, good or bad, he's the one going to defend him. So, how are you doing, African God Savage?
Great, I'm all right.
Who's joining live today?
Mother Voice is going to be the first person. Then when he's done with the beginning, I will come in for the second round and the third round.
Who is going to do the Gbas?
I will be one.
African God. Today's Gbas. Now Gbas. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you DJ Bongo Lee, team leader, Ashiwaju Group. Come. Last week was too gentle. There was no blood anywhere. No holes in the wall. No ambulances carrying people. What happened? Why were people so in love with each other? Didn't you read the thing? The thing says clash. Yesterday when I call home, I raise voice and say, yeah, what you doing?
Daddy Freeze. Today, actually, I have a letter that came from South Africa for Team Obi Group. So it's a special letter and it's to eulogize Team Obi's leadership. So, because I have my team members that are going to represent us, I have 2 members that's going to represent us, but if you guys can crave your, I'm just begging, please, if you can just give me 1 minute for the letter that I have. I have a letter. It came from South Africa today.
Okay. So hold on. I want Atiku's representation to be here.
Okay. Thank you.
Who is representing Atiku? Who is representing Team Atiku tonight? Who is coming on? I can't see anyone from Atiku's team here. Okay, bring me in. All right, Mohammed Alpha as Musti is coming in. Alpha. All right, so let me send him an invite. Invite sent. All right, so Musti is here.
Hey, old man, you kept us waiting. You kept us waiting for 25 minutes. So you have to add another 25 minutes to that 1 hour.
No, now. So 1 hour starts to count when we start, not at that time.
Please, you're a politician, and you say you be the journalist. This is a political move.
1 hour.
I get letter. Before we start the 1 hour, I get letter.
Okay, African God, so, how are you doing?
Okay.
Hold on, sir.
Hey, DJ Bongolu, how? You're good?
DJ Bongoli has a letter. Can he read it? African God?
Daddy Freeze, that's on you. That's for you to decide. I don't know what it's about, but if you decide that it's okay, I don't know what it's about. And,
okay, Tinubu. I said Tinubu. Atiku. Can he read?
Oh, sure. You can read. But before you start, I just want to quickly say something here. Okay. I have a very, very intelligent doctor that is going to be heading this debate tonight. I'm just going to support him. He's going to be team leader tonight. His name is Dr. Olufemi Lawson. He will be coming on board. I'll send his handle to you so you can bring him and then take me out. But then before that, let's hear what Mr. Bongoli. I'm very interested to hear what Mr. Bongoli has to say. Oh yeah, Bongoli, fire.
Thank you very much. Okay, right. So when Daddy Freeze gives me the go ahead, I'll read the letter.
5 stars. Go ahead, DJ Bongoli.
Okay. So this letter actually came from South Africa, from Durban to be precise, and is to eulogize Saint Peter Obi, about his leadership skills and abilities. Here goes the letter.
All right.
Dear Nigerians, Saint Peter Obi was a divisive governor in Anambra State. His divisive politics pitted the Catholic against other denominations. This is also evidence in his choice of VP. Batty, who is a known homophobe, advocated for the killings of members of the LGBTQIA2S plus community. Leadership is about being able to make good judgment, including judgment of character. Either Obi doesn't know how to vet candidates or he himself is maybe homophobic. I know for a fact that the leader of Team Obi, is very passionate. He's a very passionate advocate for the LGBTQIA2S community. Although I'm not sure of the motive behind it, I don't know. But his support for someone who advocated for the lynching and members of that community is questionable, to say the least. Either he himself is incapable of standing up for what is right, or is an opportunist who dances to whatever drum is being played. How do you defend someone who refers to fellow Nigerians as insignificant cockroaches that should be killed for daring to love? So my people, the issue is not whether LGBTQ rights should be enshrined in our constitution. That's not what we are talking about here. It is about fielding a candidate that doesn't consider fellow Nigerians as an element that must be terminated without an ounce of empathy. We have too many human rights abuses happening in Nigeria, from police brutality to LGBTQ community harassment and killing. Who do you prefer to give leadership to in this type of trying time? A non-homophobe and his principle, or a man who has demonstrated inclusiveness over and over again? Now, I will post a video once I get off this presentation that I just gave. I'll put it on my story, and I want Nigerians to go and watch that in 2011, how he called some certain Nigerians elements and they should be eliminated, and how some of the senators there were screaming and shouting, "Ha!" So that is the end of my letter. Without further ado, I have two members that will be representing team.
No, sorry. You can't just read a letter and include me in there, not allow me to respond. Daddy Freeze, if I've allowed you to read the letter.
No, you can respond. You can respond. You can respond. You can respond.
Let me finish, bro. Let me finish. If you had read your letter without including me as a person, it will be something else entirely. So I can understand that your perception of this is being backed by the party that you represent, which is APC. And your best way of communicating is by coercion and always trying to play smart. We're about to have a debate, and everybody is supposed to have a time to have that conversation. There's a group where we all are in, all the leaders, where you could have shown your letter, but you waited for a large number of people, just the same way the last time you always wanted. You like bringing the personal elements into your conversation because there's not a lot of proof, fact, or any backing to anything that you say. I'm not attacking your person. I'm attacking the fact that you have shrouded yourself in this system of always trying to deceive people and play smart. It's not playing here. Everything you just said right now, you said you got a letter from South Africa. I don't understand. Your letter coming from South Africa, does it make it verified? I don't know why you mentioned that it's from South Africa. 2, there's no name to the letter. 3, you could have used this in your argument as part of your conversation as a rebuttal or anything like that. But you did not do that. So you're trying to bring my personality and what I stand for into the conversation. And that is okay. I just don't want you to say it and then gloss over it, right? I'm here talking about Team Peter Obi. Let me finish. You know why I allowed you to read that letter? I know that that letter is going to expose your perception and the person that you are. And I'm not going to say anything else about it. I think everybody in the comment section and everybody here that heard what you just said can tell your personality, what you stand for, your ideology, and the trick that you are trying to play on their minds. So the truth of the matter is, there's nothing else to say. Your letter, thank you very much for reading the letter. Thank you very much for showing us what you stand for and what your ideals are. And thank you very much for letting people understand who it is that you really are and what you are defending. And that's all I have to say about it. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, the point, you see, you missed the point.
No,
Daddy Freeze, hold on.
let's
Daddy
go to
Freeze,
the
hold on.
debate.
He missed the point. Daddy Freeze, he missed the point. And that is part of what I talk about, Daddy Freeze. I'm sorry. He missed the, I'm saying somebody that has evidence of calling Nigeria's elements that are to be terminated, and you support that group, you advocate for them, and you are supporting that particular person. That makes you that two-faced.
Why? So my question is, Daddy Freeze.
Yeah.
I'm just shocked that you support somebody and the person.
We need to resolve. Daddy Freeze.
Actually is against.
We have to resolve
what you support. That is clash
with me as a person. We have to figure
there's
out.
No obsession with you. Who is obsessed with you? Who is obsessed with you? I'm just shocked that
we need to.
Hold on.
Obsessed. Daddy Freeze, let's continue, Daddy. Let's continue. Who is obsessed?
I am of the opinion. I'm not removing the validity of the letter, but I'm saying it could have waited till the time of the debate proper, preferably the rules.
Absolutely.
But it's okay. I'm glad the fires are united. Who am I to complain? Facebook people have not been buying stars since all this while. Maybe this will make them buy stars. When I don't hear letter with the serve Peter Obi. Oh yeah,
Mr. Daddy Freeze is not Peter Obi to me.
Where they serve Team Peter Obi.
No, sir. Savage. African God in Peter Obi. Just me. It's not. He has not.
African God Savage. Leader of Team Peter Obi. A strong worded letter from South Africa.
From South Africa. Durban specifically.
From
Durban, South Africa.
From Durban,
okay. South Africa. Thank you very much.
So moving into the debate, African God is going to step down
for Mother Voice.
And
I'll be back when it's
Voice. Okay, so I'm removing African God, and he's going to be replaced with Mo the Voice. Is it Mother Voice or Mo the Voice? I shall not say the guy na fighter jet. He go come now.
Please, can I say something?
Yes.
Can I say something? I really need to say something, and this I think is very, very crucial and very, very important. When you started this program, I'm telling you, this is the biggest thing right now online when it comes to the political candidates and all that. Maybe other parties are not represented, but I think you should, as the producer, executive producer, and anchor of this event, of this program, I think we should have some kind of rules where, why are we team leaders? We shouldn't be always, we're team leaders. So we should have our own session. Like we team leaders, we're debating on topics. You understand? I know there are a lot of people in all our teams, vast knowledge, well educated, has a lot of insight about politics, about our candidates. But I think we should have days that there is no excuse. It has to be the team leaders. Let's argue this thing out. I think that's my suggestion. Because if some of us will keep running away not that we're running away, we have things to do. I'll give an example. I have a flight at 6 o'clock in the morning, but I had to stay up so I can introduce someone that is very vast on this very topic that we're discussing, which is leadership. So I think we should try to stay on point, and we should have a day, or within this program is going to run for months, up to election. We should have time that the team leaders will actually show what they have. You understand how vast they are, about the candidate they are supporting. Because we keep bringing different people, and at the end of the day, we don't really get. That's why we're team leaders. That's why we started this program. You understand what I'm saying? So with let me not waste anybody's time. I want you to bring you're going to take me out. Let me introduce this guy that you're going to bring in now. Because we have topics, and so we had in based on our discussion with our team, we had people that will represent us in certain topics, and I'm going to bring in. I wanted to bring in Dr. Femi Lawson. Okay, he's currently director of Dr. Let me give his handles. Handles Kadri, CADRE1.
Kadri
1. CADRE1.
Okay, that one.
Yes. So his name is Dr. Olufemi Lawson.
Let me bring him.
Let me just introduce him before you bring him in. He's currently director of Center for Public Accountability, CPA, a non-governmental organization based in Nigeria. He's also a member of the editorial board of Future One African TV Network, associate editor with News Now, online newspaper in Lagos, and a pro-democracy activist. Please, I will leave the floor for him, bringing him. Bongoli, we will meet when I go back to base. And I'm sure the next topic is going to be me, you, and African God. So let's debate this out. Yeah. So I yield the floor for Dr. Femi.
Some people go to Valhalla. We send some people to Valhalla. But we send some people to Valhalla.
All right.
Bless you. Okay. My hand no dey there.
And I'm adding.
All right, Daddy Freeze.
Yes.
All right, so for Team Tinubu, we're going to have two guys coming in. The first one, his name is Alabi Opeyemi. Now, this guy is somebody from the grassroots. You need, when you talk about grassroots, when you talk about political structure, now this is the political structure that we are bringing here in Team Achiwaju. He's a website developer. He's the APC National, he was part of the APC National Youth Stakeholder, 2022 APC National Convention aspirant, member, APC Presidential Primary Election Committee, is the director of the General Occupy, Progressive Occupy. Sanwo-Olu actually named him Small but Mighty. So if you go on his page, you see all of this verifiable. And even the great Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu gave him a rousing and standing ovation when he was speaking. So now the second person also is Sho Sheyi. And Sho Sheyi is a risk analyst. He worked on the Federal Ministry of Finance in Abuja. And this guy has had meetings with the Peter Obi that we're talking about, with the Atiku that we're talking about, with the Jagaban that we're talking about. He sat down with them in meetings. He has pictures as evidence and all. So I'm bringing this guy in right now. So the first person is Alabi Opeyemi or
sorry, introduce, because we're running out of time.
Yes. No, that's it. Alabi, yes. Alabi Opeyemi Ola. So you take me out. I sent you already. I sent it already to you. Alabi Opeyemi Ola. That's his name. You can take me out, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
DJ Bongo Lee. Okay. So let me bring in the guy. Now moving on. We've used our first 5 minutes. So hey, the person, I don't have the person's handle here, and I don't want to be the one wasting people's time. I can't see the guys. Aye or La. What's his handle? Okay, and moving onwards, we're going to move with speed. No more interruptions. You want to bring somebody in, just quickly introduce the person, and the person will be brought in. So we're waiting for official Bongo Lee. I'm waiting for his handle. Okay, Alabi Opeyemi Ola. All right. Alabi Opeyemi Ola. Awesome. All right. So, all right, guys. We've got about 52 minutes left. Let's know that. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Daddy Freeze. Thank you for bringing me up to the show. Thank you, Rapshi.
All right. I don't know why the network. Guys, how is the network with you? Can you guys see me clearly?
I think I can hear you loud and clear. I can hear you loud and clear.
You guys can hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, clear.
All right. So,
loud and clear.
Who goes first? Who starts first? What was the agreement?
I think I should start first as a team Ashiwaju.
No, I think there was a debate. Team goes first. Okay. What's the, I'm talking to African God. What's the agreement? Who goes first? I want to be as fair as possible. Peter Obi goes first. So I should ask this question in the group of leaders, team leaders. Peter Obi goes first. Right. Team Ashiwaju is third, so Atiku is second.
Wow.
Sorry, I just moderate. The team leaders agree on every modality so that they will not come and say that the freeze is partisan, blah, 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 blah. Peter Obi first, Atiku second, Tinubu goes third. Awesome. So, Peter Obi, Mo the Voice. Please, what is your handle? Is it Mo the Voice or
Mo the Voice? Yeah, Mo the Voice. M-O the Voice.
It was Mo the Voice, but I thought it was Mother Voice.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, handing over to Mo the Voice, Team Tinubu. We've got 50 minutes, and this must count.
Team Peter Obi. Team Peter Obi.
Peter Obi. Mo. Did I say Team Tinubu?
Yeah.
Forgive me. That is sacrilege. I should be flogged. This is Team Peter Obi, the young man in the lavender shirt, representing Team Peter Obi goes first, Team Atiku goes second, and Team Ashiwaju goes third. So over to you, Team Peter Gregory Obi.
Good evening, Daddy Freeze. Thank you for having us once again, and thank you to everyone who is watching. Bad leadership is at the core of Nigeria's problems. I have heard people try to apportion the blame for Nigeria's problems between the citizens and the leadership, but I vehemently disagree. This is evident because whenever a Nigerian leaves their bad leaders in Nigeria and migrates to a first world country, they quickly access the educational and social benefits, and in a very short time, they're self-sufficient, contributing to the society, and also taking care of their families back home. So there is no debate that the issue is not the average Nigerian, but the Nigerian leaders. The topic for this week is leadership. Leadership is the ability to impact a group of people positively to achieve a prescribed vision that results in quantifiable outcomes for the greater good of the group without the use of coercion, bribery, intimidation, manipulation, deceit, or letters from South Africa. Nigerian leaders, both political and religious, have failed miserably. They have inflicted the citizens with poverty and pacified them with hope. In order to unleash the leadership potential of the Nigerian youth, we must first elect a role model. The popular saying, garbage in, garbage out, which is a concept in computer science and mathematics, affirms that the quality of the outcome or the output is determined by the quality of the input. In order to redefine leadership in Nigeria, school-age children must receive the best education possible to become, and to do so, they must be acquainted with a leader like Peter Obi. Peter Obi embodies the qualities of a good democratic leader. He is selfless. Peter Obi saved and invested for his state. Due to those savings, Governor Obiano was able to build a cargo airport for Anambra State. He obeys the Constitution and the rule of law. When Peter Obi was impeached for being stingy, he went to court for 3 years and won and got victory. He did not have to bribe, intimidate, or threaten anyone. He is sensitive. Peter Obi will not attend Harvard, while Nigerian university students have been on strike and out of school for 5 years due to the fact that the APC and Buhari cannot come to a compromise with ASU. Before then, it was the PDP. For over 13 to 14 years, they promised heaven and earth, but never kept those promises. Peter Obi is a democratic leader. He served his time as governor of Anambra State without a selfish succession plan that installs puppets like Sanwo-Olu and Fashola to turn the state into his personal business. A good leader is not petty. Peter Obi will not ban Twitter because he was in violation of the Twitter policy on inciting violence. A good leader is not entitled. A good leader is all about merit. He will never say a milokon or it is my turn. A good leader is not greedy. Peter Obi will never support a law like the Lagos State Governors and Deputy Governors Pensions Law of 2007. If you want to go know how ridiculous it is, go read it for yourself. As a matter of fact, Peter Obi, since leaving office as governor of Anambra State, has not collected a dime from Anambra State. A good leader is not deceitful. Peter Obi will never, and I repeat, never, hire fake imams or fake bishops to prove a point or deceive people. There is no confusion about Peter Obi's age. At a time when Nigeria has been identified as a country that does age cheating in youth sports, we cannot afford to have a leader like Tinubu whose age changes every week. Peter Obi once said, people will not do what is expected. They will do what is inspected. This is a statement to show that Peter is ready to take responsibility and be accountable to Nigerians instead of blaming them and using words like lazy Nigerian youth. He understands Nigeria needs close attention. Therefore, he will not be a deadbeat absentee president going to UK and France to seek medical care when he has no hospitals in his country to take care of him. In conclusion, 2023 will be a defining moment in the future of Nigeria. We have all been in circles where people say this cliche, the devil you know is better than the angel you don't know. This year is different because there are 3 names on the lips of most Nigerians. 2 of them paid to buy votes to be nominated. Peter Obi did not. At this stage in our democracy, let us not be scammed into thinking, into believing or accepting a 2-party system where both parties have no known ideologies. If I ask these 2 gentlemen right here what the ideologies of APC and PDP are, they won't even know. We like to copy. We want to copy the Republicans and the Democrats. They have known ideologies. They don't have any ideologies. So please do not be scammed. Peter Obi is not the angel you do not know. He's the angel you can verify. Ask the people who worked with him. Ask your friends who lived in Anambra, maybe were at least in secondary school when Peter Obi was governor. He is the only one who has an honors and awards. Thank you.
5-minute time limit. Over to Team Atiku Abubakar.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Freeze, and of course, other persons on the panel. Olufemi Lawson, it's the name, standing in for the team Atiku. I would want to leave out, of course, the theoretical aspect of what leadership really represents, how it is defined, and of course, every other theory already spoken to by my friend from the Peter Obi angle, to the reality of leadership as far as Nigeria is concerned and as far as the future of this country is concerned. We are at a point where we must define the future of Nigeria by the virtue of the leader that will lead this country from from May 29, 2023. Where we are today as a country cannot be defined in any other way than the failure of leadership. I want to agree with him that, of course, a lot of times we are about to blame Nigerians, but the truth is that there's a total failure of leadership. The country today is on autopilot. There's no leader, not only at the center, even at the various component units, leadership has failed. And that is why 2023 cannot be used to experiment leadership. 2023 cannot be used, to rehabilitate politicians. 2023 cannot be used, to settle, those who think they have the entitlement to occupy the position.
2023 is about the destiny of over 200 million people. 2023 is about, over 200 million people being led by a leader with a clear-cut vision of where we are now and where we're coming from as a country. And that is why Alhaji Atiku Abubakar come into play. Atiku Abubakar is not a learning politician. He's not a politician coming to learn on the work. And he's not a third leg, like, of course, a politician coming to be rehabilitated by the virtue of, feeling entitled to occupy the position. Atiku is coming with clear-cut, defined programs. He has been on this journey. And I think 2023 marks the year that destiny, behoves on us as Nigerians to redefine leadership from the failures, particularly the failures of the last 7 years. Leadership in the last 7 years have been tragic. Unfortunately, where we are now, those who are aspiring, particularly the presidential candidate of the APC, is not willing to accept that failure of leadership, but rather promising to consolidate on that tragedy of leadership, which Nigerians cannot in any way afford, at this point in time. For Peter to be good, fine gentleman, intelligent, brilliant, but you see, whatever Peter Obi is marketing today, or whatever achievement is recorded for Peter Obi today, cannot be separated from one of those learnings he had undergone while he was in the PDP. And when you talk about ideology, what is the ideological difference, really, between the PDP, the Labour Party, and the All Progressives Congress? When you want to talk about difference in ideology, what is the manifesto of the Labour Party that was not drawn by people who left the PDP for the Labour Party to nurture it? The reality is that we are talking about a leader who can really rescue the situation now. Now we have a man who has been successful in business, who has been successful in his private life, who has been successful in his family life, coming to take the baton of leadership. And that is who Alhaji Atiku Abubakar represents. This is a man with a clear-cut defined objective for leadership. This is a man that has presented the roadmap towards, of course, repositioning Nigeria economically, socio-economic wise and the like. And we cannot, like I said, experiment with 2023 because the country is on a hedge. And if we don't put a leader that is prepared, like Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, somebody who has been vice president, who has chaired the National Economic Council of this country for 8 years, who have been successful in businesses not raised as a politician. This is a man who has been successful in business even before venturing into politics. Not people who became emergency billionaires and emergency businessmen by the virtue of being able to occupy positions as governors or as whatever they have been able to do in their states. We're talking of somebody who have had track record in investment, track record in building capacity across board, track record in successfully running education within its own limited capacity. Those are the qualities that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar represents, and that is what is coming to replicate in leadership as far as 2023's mandate is concerned. And that is why 2023 will not be a moment of experimentation. It's not going to be a moment of tutorial for people who want to come and demonstrate what leadership, of course, theorize what leadership should be. It should be a time for practical leadership to take Nigeria away from this cliff. And of course, two fundamental things. We cannot experiment with a candidate that is not so experienced like Dr. Peter Obi. And we cannot also take the risk of coming to elect another president who will seek rehabilitation from Nigerians in the person of the candidate of the APC. We need a president who is vast, who is capable, who is physical, of course, come 2023.
Thank you very much, sir. Time up and over to Team Tinubu or Team Asiwaju. Thank you for joining me. Let me start bringing the replacements. Thank you. I hand over officially to Team Asiwaju.
Okay, I need to confirm if you can hear me loud and clear.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Good. I appreciate you. First, I need to appreciate you, Daddy Freeze, for bringing up this exceptional program. My name is Alabi Okoyemi Oladmeji, popularly known as Small but Mighty. And I won't be going into comparing the candidate. I'll be going into antecedents. Leadership is someone that knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. According to me, that's what I believe in. So I'm going to take 4 examples of how Asiwaju, there's a lot of examples of Asiwaju has been the best leaders in when it comes to the presidential candidate. So I'm going to tell you 4 reasons why Asiwaju is the best leader. not why is better than them, you understand? Because I think it is an insult personally comparing Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to the likes of Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar. But I'm going to tell you the reason why Asiwaju is better than them. So first, you need a leader that believes in himself. Let me give you an example. In 1999, when the election was over, the general election, the Alliance for Democracy owned about 6 states in the southwestern part of Nigeria. And as of 2003, it was only Lagos that remained the only Alliance for Democracy state in the whole of Nigeria. How did Asiwaju believe in Alliance of Democracy by metamorphosing Alliance of Democracy from the ACN to from the AC to the ACN, now to the APC? Now let me compare it using comparative analysis to the other candidates. The likes of Peter Obi, you know, when they got what they wanted from Habga, they migrated to PDP. When they get what they wanted from PDP, they migrated to Labour Party. The likes of Team Atiku, when they got what they wanted from PDP, they migrated to ACN. When they get what they wanted from ACN, they migrated back to PDP. But when it comes to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he believes in his own ideology. He believes in his own commitment. That is one of the reasons why Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as a politician, has never migrated to any political party. Rather, he metamorphosed his own political party to another. So that shows that no. As at 1999, as at 1999, Asiwaju metamorphosed the AD into AC.
No, you cannot metamorphose what does not belong to you.
Excuse me. This is my time. He metamorphosed the AD because as of 1999, AD was the only political party that was left out of the 6 southwestern states. Go and confirm very well. I think you need to read, you understand? Now, let me go to the next point. We need someone that believes in unifying the country. I think one of the problems we have in Nigeria is, maybe we want to divide or not, you understand? Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as a governor of Lagos State, has made sure that he proved to the people that Lagos State as a state can unify the whole Nigeria by appointing special advisors and commissioners that are not from the Yoruba extractions, but from people that are from the Gbs extraction and the Hausas and Fulani extraction. And the next point is continuity. You know, as leadership entails successions and continuity. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has made sure that he has a template that people can follow just in case he's not there. You know, we need a leader that can prepare. Peter Obi and Atiku, they have never proved in any way that they can accommodate other tribes into their system. When I did research on Peter Obi, I realized that out of the systems commissioners and 6 special advisors that they had, none was Igbo, none was Yorubas, and none was Hausas. They are critically Igbos. So how do we want to vote in a presidential candidate that just believes in his people alone? You want to rule 200 million people, for God's sake. Are you telling me that the people you want to put there in that position are just Anambra people? Now, please let me go to the next point. Now, the next point is creating leaders. Out of the 16 commissioners and the remaining special advisors that Peter Obi and the people that work with Atiku Abubakar when he was a vice president, up till now, we have not seen 1 or 2 people that has been leading Nigeria up to that time. The moment Peter Obi left the governorship position and the moment Atiku Abubakar left the vice presidential position, the people working under them, from the House of Assembly, for the commissioners, from the local government chairmen, they are not here up till now. They went into extinction. That is not leadership. We want someone that believes in Nigeria. We want someone that can unify Nigeria. We want someone that can create here, someone that can assemble best brain together in order to move Nigeria forward. Atiku has never proven to be a unifier. Peter Obi has never proven to be a unifier. Atiku has never proven to be someone that develops leaders. Peter Obi has never proven to be someone that develops leaders. But Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he believes in himself. He has produced leaders, and he has also, I'm sorry that he has also shows that he can unify the country. Currently in Lagos State, we have about 6 Igbos that are vice chairmen. We have many Hausas and Fulani that are into the APC structures. We have many Igbos that are councillors. Tell me where in Anambra State that you will even see a Yoruba man as a landlord chairman or an Hausa man as a community development chairman. I studied in Federal University of Technology, Yola, under Atiku Abubakar State. I can tell you authoritatively that Adama is one of the poorest states, and There's an adage that says that charity begins at home. How do you tell me that Atiku Abubakar, that cannot even take care of the state, or Peter Obi, that cannot accommodate the Gbs and Hausa, will be the best president? Let me hand it there. Thank you.
So time up. So guys, that was a bit interesting. Please, if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you buy stars. Buy stars if you're watching on Facebook. If you're enjoying the show, just right under the video, you can see where you can buy stars to support the channel. Thank you very much, Facebook people. Share the video if you are on TikTok. Let's get more people to see this beautiful thing we're doing here, this awesome debate. And for the rest of you watching on Instagram, thank you so much. Hope you are enjoying the ride. Now we're moving to the next segment, which is, what's the next segment?
The rebuttals.
The rebuttals. All right. Handing over to African God Savage leader team Peter Obi. Let's do this.
I prepared something, but honestly, there's no point having to look into that because it's going to be a complete waste of time. Honestly, I'm not very happy with the presentation from, you guys came highly, somebody spent like 12 minutes mentioning your credentials and all of that. And one of the things that I need everybody to know here is that's how they have tricked us as Nigerians for over 16 years. There's all of these credentials. They went to Harvard, they can cure cancer and all of those things. But it doesn't hold water here. My name is African God. I'm a Nigerian. That's all the credential I need to be able to speak here. And my BAT brother, you mentioned you don't realize that your structure is centered around the concept of tribalism, because you keep on mentioning the fact that, you know, there are Igbos here, there are Hausas here, who's going to bring them together? Because
they are fact, because they are fact, because they are fact, because they are fact, because they are fact, because your presidential candidate, because your presidential candidate for the past 8 years, because your presidential candidate for the past 8 years disregarded the Yorubas and the Fulanis. I'm not being tribalism. I'm bringing facts and figures. Thank you.
You cannot interrupt.
I'm very sorry for that.
I'm very sorry for 5 minutes.
I'm very sorry for that.
Then Atiku will speak for 5 minutes, and then you will speak for 5 minutes, and then we're going to go to the Gbas where everybody can speak.
Let it freeze. I like to reclaim my time right there. So if it time can restart. Thank you very much.
You're having a restart. You can start again.
Thank you.
Counts now, and anybody interrupt him, time will be taken from your time.
Okay. Thank you very much, Tim Ashiwaju, for the opportunity for me to have more time to speak. And I'm very glad that I'm very happy that, you know, our characters in terms of who we support and all of that is really showing. I love that fact. And, you know, Nigerians are not stupid. And I think that they can see and they can hear, they can tell all of that. You know, the problem is you speaking right now, you are the government that we are trying to fight against. I am not a Labour Party card holder. I am just a Nigerian is all I am. You are a card holder and you want to keep us on our knees. You want to make it make sense to us to continue a government like this. You are very tribal because that's all you have centered your conversation on. And at this point, Nigerians are not all about tribe anymore. We're about a leader who's going to do the right job. All right. So whatever tribe or culture or tradition, we have grown beyond that. We are educated to the point where now we are not going by what tribe you are from. Whoever it is that can do the job is who we are going to instill to do the job. So you can take your tribalism and keep it in the APC party because it's not going to work. Now, you spoke about godfatherism, about how a leader, after Tim Obi left, and there are no people that are still there. Those are the attributes of a leader. As a leader, I am supposed to trust the people that precede me. I am not supposed to leave an office and still have my tentacles in those offices and still be controlling everything that goes on in that office, right? We will not have a government that is based on nepotism and tribalism. We will not have a government that is going to be used to change the whole country into a family business like Tinubu has done with Lagos State. We are not going to have that. No matter how many cross snake hats you guys wear, no matter how much you guys assume that you are going to take power this time, it's not going to happen because we're starting to wake up. Now, you also said something about creating leaders. I'm okay with that. And it has nothing to do with what you have said. He has said it numerous times that he creates leaders. Now, let me ask you a question. He created leaders that have brought us exactly where we are today. Please, I need you to tell us more about those leaders that he has created. And let us go and check what is happening right now with all of those leaders that he has created, right? You're talking about he knows how to bring people together and all of that. All of the people that he has brought together, what has it changed in Nigeria? Right? He's a unifier, Mr. Unifier. He has unified people with selfish interests to make money out of a country and to milk everybody dry. That's all it's all about. He owns half of Lagos, and that is the same Lagos that if it rains for 5 minutes, Daddy Freeze cannot stay in his house. Daddy Freeze, we've had this live show a couple of times, and the light had to go off. That is the same Lagos that you are sitting down here and talking about. And again, you're talking about structure. What is the structure? The structure of stealing, the structure of making sure that all his family members are in all of the positions of authority, the position of his kids and his wife and his family members. Is that the structure? And to talk about the team Atiku, I'm sorry, your boy is somebody who is wanted. He is used. Atiku is literally used or was used in a study for the United States Senate as a case study for keeping foreign corruption out of the United States of America. Atiku started American University of Nigeria. He started a whole university so that he can use it to launder money. And you guys are sitting here, as young as we are and as educated as we are, and as highly recommended as we come, defending these people, and we feel like this makes any sense in the current political climate that we are in. I want to ask Tinubu, Tinubu, can your boy stand? Can Tinubu stand for 5 minutes? Can he actually flip a newspaper? Can he have a speech for 1 hour?
Can I answer it now?
No, you cannot. You will get to the point where you can say whatever it is that you want to say when I'm done, right?
Okay.
The conversation and what I'm trying to let you know right now is one of the attributes of a leader is at least that he can stand, that he can see, he can at least flip a page. You know what I'm saying? I am not going to argue about all of the things that Tinubu has done, because I know in your head you have all these lofty dreams and ideas of what he can achieve and the things that he has done. But let me tell you something. I will not stand behind someone who is wanted for drug charges. I will not stand behind someone who has money in accounts abroad where we don't want. See, the thing is, let me level with you guys, right? I'm not confused or conflicted about Tinubu being a leader or Atiku being a leader. They are just not the leader that we need right now. Yeah, we don't need a drug cartel and somebody who runs the government like a cartel. That's not what we need. And my brother, my Atiku brother, we don't need people who are starting universities to steal money. That's not what we need. We need someone who has credibility. We need someone who has proof of work. We need somebody who has a structure for every Nigerian on the street. That is what we need. Not a cartel boss and not a money launderer. Thank you very much.
All right, time up. Over to Team Atiku.
Well, to start with, you see, one very unfortunate thing about my friends who claim to be obedient anyway, is the fact that a lot of them actually want to pretend or create an impression of people who know Peter Obi more than himself. And that is why even sometimes when Peter Obi tries to checkmate them, correct them about certain, tendencies that they stand to exhibit, you see the way they even attack Peter Obi himself. For a Peter Obi that we have known, to the extent that he stood in as a running mate for Atiku Abubakar, who was the presidential candidate of the PDP in 2019, you will want to imagine if these people actually know Peter Obi more than himself. To the extent that Peter Obi now becomes the best thing that has happened to them after Gb0s. It is very funny because people keep talking about, Atiku will not enter United States, cannot go to until he eventually, was found in the US before the 2019 elections. And when you talk about, I don't want to go too deep into the issue of establishing African-American University. Of course, it's an unfounded rumor, it's baseless, and it has no leg. But coming back to the real issue, I think one of the issues we must avoid in 2023 is the failure of the candidate of the APC in Lagos. What are the failures I mean? Fundamentally, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu has done something deliberate. And it is by taking education away, not only from the people of Lagos, but the mass of his followers. Because for somebody to say that Tinubu metamorphosed APC into ACN, it's a blatant lie. Tinubu left AD, Alliance for Democracy, which was a party that produced him as governor, for ACN. After Tinubu left AD, was there no Alliance for Democracy? How do you say something metamorphosed and it still existed as a political party? Tinubu left Alliance for Democracy for ACN, from ACN, of course, to forming a marriage of course, whatever you want to call it, with CPC, NPP, and the likes, to form APC. So to say that's number one. Number two, every time you guys come on air or you speak in the public, you want to create an impression of Tinubu being the first thing that has happened to governance in Lagos. This is the same state that built a university, a polytechnic college of education under a single administration of Alhaji Lateef Jakande, a state where somebody built the largest, mass housing estate in the country, the state that started Metro Line, and a man came, and the only thing that could be attributed to his 8th year were the Kudrat Abiola Way or Egun Igodo Road, and maybe some scanty, project done for 8 years. And you keep saying he gave a template, and I want to challenge you here to produce just 3 paragraphs of that template or roadmap that you people used to claim actually Tinubu gave to Lagos. Can you just show us 3 paragraphs of Tinubu's roadmap that you are claiming that successive administration in Lagos State have built upon? Where in the template was the project executed by Governor Q Membody? Where in Tinubu's template was the BLT initiated by, of course, Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola? Where is the template for the Oshodi interchange? Established by Governor Q Membody? It is enough to sit down in the comfort of your living room and assume that Asiwaju has designed a progress, the program for Lagos in the next 100 years. For those of us who have lived all our lives in Lagos, we see this as incorrect, totally. We see this as an attempt to hoodwink Nigerians into believing that Lagos is one state that's already at an Eldorado. It's a blatant lie. Tinubu has no template, and we have challenged all of you so many times to just give us 2 pages of what Tinubu left in 2007 when he was living as governor, which successive administration has been building upon. Nothing to show other than Tinubu did this, Tinubu did that. And when you're talking about producing leadership, Atiku Abubakar may not have produced leaders who are puppets, who became governors and have to take CFO to private residence of a former governor to sign or get approval before state assemblies to take decisions. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, if you go to his record, a lot of people who eventually became governor from 2003, 2007 were people who directly served in the office of the vice president, then Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. People like Senator Bukola Saraki, who became governor of Kwara and later became the Senate president, people like Governor Nasir El-Rufai, and a host of them. And you're talking about tribalism. Atiku Abubakar is one of the most tribalized Nigerians you can ever come across. Beyond his family life, you can also see that the closest of friends, the closest of aides and workers who currently work. Atiku may not have been governor of Lagos, where he can appoint Igbo man and Hausa man. And these are not just, when people talk about it, you don't understand that they are not just privileges as such. For a race, a group of people that contributes mostly to the economic development of the state, getting a commissioner, I don't think that is too much of what you should be celebrating as being given to them because somebody became a governor. The legal team of Alhaji Abubakar, since I have known him, have been headed by a Yoruba man. There will be a lot of people, of course, one of the best of his friend is from Delta. If you look at the people who run his businesses, a lot of them are from the Southeast and the South-South. When you talk about detribalization, it goes beyond appointing people as SA on 200,000 naira salary and turning them to propaganda machines, just like they are doing in Lagos. It's beyond that. It is about giving us practical, realities of how they have lived their life, not only in the public, but also in the private lives. How many of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar's children or of close relatives were sponsored into the House of Assembly, House of Rep, or the Senate while he was even so powerful as a vice president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? None. And every time we keep hearing about Tinubu built a template for Lagos. The Lagos we live, which template? Give us a page. Let us see.
All right, time up. And finally to Team Asiwaju.
Daddy Freeze, thank you. I appreciate you a lot. First, Team Obi talked about we don't want someone that invests his money here and there. The fact is, we don't also want an Obi that invested his money in beer parlors. I think he invested his the whole Anambra money in Euros Lager beer. I think something like that. We don't want that too. And let me go back to Team Atiku. He said something about the template of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Let me go back to as far as 2002 when the allocation was seized from Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Do you know that Tinubu was the first governor in the whole of the Federal Republic of Nigeria that believed in the local economic development, that believed that the local government has to be functional before a state can operate? That is one of the reasons why Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu divide power to the local government. Currently, in local government in Lagos State, a local government in Lagos State can build hospitals, can build stadiums, can build about 3 to 4 kilometers of roads. I can give you facts and figures. After this thing, you can chat me up. I am from Ifakoja, a local government in Lagos State. I am close to my local government chairman. The governor of Lagos State named me small but mighty. I am close. You lived in Lagos. I am close to the people that rule Lagos. There's a difference between you. You live at the outskirts. I live with the people that control Lagos. See, local government chairman, Ifelodun, go to Ifelodun, the likes of Apapa. You see the local government chairman building hospitals. You see my local government chairman in Ifakojayi, in the person of Prince Akobi Hamzat, building like 2 to 3 kilometers of roads. That has never happened in anywhere in the history of Nigeria. You know, there's a statistic. When I did the research, I realized that about 100% of Nigeria, 70% belong to like the state government and the local government. So even if the federal government finished the 30% that belong to it, we still have about 70% that belongs to the local government and the state government. But the likes of the Anambra, go and check the Anambra histories. When the money comes from the federal government, it lands to the state government. They are the one to share it to the local government. They are the one to tell the local government what to do. But in Lagos State, once the money, the allocations are coming directly, it lands to the local government. That is one template that's a fact. That's a fact. You can be laughing at all you want. I will give you facts and figures and everything you need to know. I lived in Adamawa, the person you are supporting. You understand? It's one of the most poorest states. And you, that you are, I'm very sure you're not in Adamawa. You cannot live in Adamawa. My other guy that is supporting Peter Obi is not in, he cannot even live in Anambra. Peter Obi has lots of people as commissioners and House of Assemblies members, as special advisors. As of now, they are nowhere to be found because they have nothing to extract from Peter Obi. See, as a leader, your followers need to extract something from you. That is one of the reasons why the people that are extracting things from Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu are still relevant up to date. I can tell you for a fact that the people that serve under Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar tried their possible best to extract 1 or 2 things from them. But because whatever they are extracting from them are so useless, they are extinct, they are something that cannot take them to places. As youth, I'm a youth. I will follow a leader that I think can show me the way. I will follow a leader that I think can give me a template on how I can lead. Are you telling me that if I follow Peter Obi, that after Peter Obi becomes the governor, I'm going to become irrelevant? Are you telling me that if I follow Atiku Abubakar, after Atiku Abubakar and his tenure as the vice president, I'm going to go into extinction? I'm telling you for a fact that I'm following Asiwaju, the only politician with a logo, the only politician with an anthem, the only politician that has built people in all 3 levels of government, from the local government to the state level and to the federal level. Atiku Abubakar has not done that. People will extract either good or bad thing from you if it is extractable. Peter Obi is alone today, moved from ABGA to Labour Party to PDP because no one could extract anything from him. You said something earlier, Mr. Atiku, about Bukola Saraki. You are very, very wrong. In fact, we should have the line detector here. Saraki was never a product of Atiku Abubakar. Saraki was never a product of Atiku Abubakar. It was a product of his dad. You were talking about another man. No, Atiku Abubakar cannot boldly say they produce someone. Atiku Abubakar aims and objective is to enrich his friends and family. Thank you,
up.
Daddy Freeze. Sorry.
Time up.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Moving over to the Gbas section. Who is handling this? Today has been quite interesting. And I believe the Gbas is going to get even more interesting because I can see African God getting ready to go and show his degree in violence university. All right, who is defending? Let me go to the groups. Who is defending Team Atiku and Team Tinubu for Gbas? It's Sheyi Sholanke 6. So I'm going to remove the gentleman. Okpeyemi.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so you are the one I'm going to have to remove. You are Team Tinubu, Abi.
Yeah.
All right, your team leader has said I should bring on Sheyi Sholanke. All right, so Sheyi Sholanke has been invited. Team OB remains the way it is. And for Team Atiku, who's doing the Gbas? Okay. I need here. Okay, Alfred Oga. Or Gbas is serious business, guys. Let's not waste any time. Team Atiku. Somebody's phone is making noise in the background. Where's African God? Is African God not the one? African God should be here. He's the one doing the Gbas. Okay, so they've said Ada 1 is the one handling everything. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are at the final juncture in today's debate, and we hand over officially to the three men representing Team Atiku, Team Peter Obi, and Team Ashiwaju. Once again, we're starting with Team. How do you guys do the Gbas?
Doesn't matter. Anybody who's got jabs, let's go.
Talk over each other so it doesn't end up sounding like a Japanese parliament.
Yeah.
All right. If you want to address something, try to come in and address it. So over to you guys. Who wants to start?
Well, I think I'm the fresh voice here. I've listened to both parties, and I just feel like they need to know the nitty-gritty of being a leader. What does it make you a leader, and how do you have followership? Somebody is telling me it's not the card-carrying member. We both live in America. An average American is either a Republican or Democrat. And they all go out, look forward to 4 years to go and vote. So for you telling me because you are not a Labour Party, I'm a card-carrying member, I'm proud of it. I am embedded in politics in Nigeria because I want to be part of change. Your OB is the only person that has trust in all his government. Even how can me as a governor, I cannot be driving my convoy and say I want to buy petrol inside car and I will be coming out to pay money. So in the whole cabinet, he doesn't have a protocol. He doesn't have a press protocol. He does not have a security protocol. He does not have a manager to manage his rivals. So he has to be paying every time. So even if the judge wants to go to court,
are you sure you are the one that is supposed to be defending Tinubu? Because you are doing it.
What are you saying? What are you saying? African God, don't be telling me that. Don't be saying that. I am pacified. 100%. Don't be telling me all that. You are coming here to tell us motivational
really belongs to political
You don't
parties.
even know what about leadership is. You are only talking about just. You are talking
It's
about
leadership about being a political party member.
things that cannot be practical.
No, it's
Don't
leadership
tell me
about
to
being a
calm down.
political
You
party
calm
member.
yourself down. I am talking. Are you getting it? Don't be telling me to calm down. You are not talking to your boy.
You are screaming.
You are not talking. That is how I'm talking. You are not talking to your boy. Your person you are following does not even have a trust issue. Number one, as a leader, he does not even trust anybody. He's bold enough to be telling you that I will go and buy petrol. Whenever they want to buy petrol, I have to pay.
Don't do that.
That is not governance. My dear brother, that is not governance. Number one.
Governance.
2,
a person paying for gas by himself is not governance.
It's not governance. There are so many things to be done. As a leader of a state, there are many things to be looking forward to. Somebody coming to tell me he wore a wristwatch for 17 years. Who cares? Who cares if you wear it 20 years? Who cares? So at the end of the day, all these things, no, they've told you it's Gbas. If you want to say something, say. But don't be telling me to calm down. You are not talking to your boy. African girl, you are not talking to your boy. You are talking to an elderly person, and you are in a debate that over 1,600 is watching.
You guys just don't like
So,
God. I need to know. It's like
so please, and to Atiku,
you guys sat down somewhere.
Atiku is always trying to sell us out. He has sold all the properties of Nigeria under the economic team.
Who has also sold the entire Lagos state to himself?
He has not sold anything to himself. You see,
what has Atiku sold to himself?
This is Nigeria. We are not even talking about a state.
Mention the assets. Mention Nigeria's assets. Wait, mention Nigeria's assets that Atiku has sold to himself, and I will list Lagos assets that Atiku has sold to himself for you. Okay. Converted every landed property in Lagos is incorporated in his name,
if your
in the name of his wife, in the name of his children.
Principal, who is General Olusegun Obasanjo, can come out and say the regret he made in his life. That's a 2-time president.
The choice of Atiku as president was not Obasanjo's choice. It was the PDP that chose Atiku as the running mate.
When you look at
Obasanjo has no discretionary power to have appointed Atiku.
Categorically,
and if it had not been Atiku, you and I know General Obasanjo would not have found as the president of Nigeria for a second time. We are talking about you are defending a man who has privatized every public property in Lagos and has incorporated them in his name. A man that is shamelessly converting public property to private
somebody
business.
Who came and says he's going to sell NNPC. That is the only thing we have now. Somebody who's telling us he's going to sell NNPC to his can his friends not make money? Can his friends not entitled to make money? So that is not the kind of leader we want.
Have you not the same NNPC now? Is Tinubu's president not on the board of NNPC now?
The fact
has the NNPC not been sold now? Has it not been sold?
Has not been sold? So all this Obi you are talking about, you don't even know this guy. You don't know nothing about him.
Because you don't know anything about his leadership skills. Atiku Abubakar foresight is somewhat was coming, but the calamity you caused did not allow you. It did not allow you to see the reality. Now, every corporation that your party promised not to sell have been sold, including the
all these things you are saying is just
the same way every asset of Lagos State has been sold.
Anything as a leader.
Everybody's talking at the same time. I can see the gentleman supporting Atiku wants to say something. Can we hear him?
You see, the idea is this. You cannot say Atiku wants to sell NPC, he privatized this, he sold this. I have asked him, list those things that belongs to Nigeria that Atiku sold to himself. And I will list 100 of properties that belong to Lagos State government and Lagos State people that Tinubu have sold and converted to private properties for himself, for his wife, and his children. And you are talking about privatization of NNPC. What has eventually happened to NNPC? The NNPC that you claim that Atiku wanted to sell.
Give us names.
What has happened to NNPC?
Give us names. What has happened to NNPC? Give us the names that you want to have that he has sold to himself.
But even the private residence where he lives in Bodina was a government property. So what do you want to say? Did he build Bodina Road house? the local government quarter of a church and local government was converted into private property by this same man. Among the place where the Ikeja Mall is currently located was a government property belonging to the Ministry of Transport in Lagos. Converted everything to private investment. You are talking about a man that has cornered half of the landed property in Lagos.
Can you listen to yourself? Can you listen to yourself?
Listen to yourself first.
Somebody who is
all the assets of the state
buy
is
a
a
property
private
for
estate.
himself. That's not the point. Do you know how many
What
land
is
I
not the
have?
point? What is not the
Do you
point
know
that
how
a
many
man
land I
is
have bought?
converting public property to his personal
If that is not public property, he bought it. Buying it. You said he bought it.
Buy what? Buy what? You should be ashamed.
He bought it and paid money to the coffers of the government.
He bought what?
But
He bought
somebody set up a privatization team and sold the properties to his friends.
The property. How much did he pay for the local government headquarters of a church and local government? How much did
You
he pay
go
for
and
the
find
house
out.
in Body
Go to
Road?
the treasuries. Go to Treasury of Lagos
You should be ashamed. He's stealing
Go to Treasury of
lands and
Lagos State
grabbing
and
lands.
ask.
He's the
My
chief
dear brother,
land grabber in Lagos State.
Obi will tell you, I only have one house in the whole Nigeria, in Anambra. But they brought that document that yes, houses other places. Somebody who will tell you that I have never flown a private jet before. They brought this picture out. This man is just lying and feeding us lies. All the statistics are wrong. He will go on television giving us fake statistics that cannot be proven.
Hold on. African God has been trying to say something, but you guys have not allowed him. So let's hear him real quick.
Sorry, Tim Tinubu. I have 2 questions. You mentioned that Tinubu has done great in Lagos State and you're a card carrying member and you live abroad. My question number 1 is, why do you live abroad if Lagos was such a great place? That's one.
Okay.
Let me finish.
It's a question and let me answer.
I am not done.
Okay.
Done. All right. Let's have some decorum, right? The second thing is, can Tinubu physically, and when I say physically, can he carry out his personal activities of daily livings, ADLs? Because from what I have seen over time, holding up a flag is a difficulty, flipping pages is a difficulty. So I need to understand how Tinubu is going to rule without being physically able to complete his activities of daily living. And also you have to let me know why you are in America. I know why I'm in America. Nigeria was not working. That was why I came. So in case you want to know, it wasn't working, right? So if Nigeria was so great, I want to understand why you are in America. If you are so close to Tinubu, if he has done such great stuff, and if Lagos is the El Dorado that you claim for it to be, please, what are you doing in the United States of America? And can Tinubu take his own shower or stand for an hour? That's it.
Okay. Number 1, African God. I am not one of those people that have opportunities to just go to embassy and collect visa for once and run out of Nigeria. This person we are sitting over here, I have visited over 22 countries over the world.
We don't care about that. I asked you very simple questions.
Let me talk. Just keep quiet. You asked me a question.
No, I'm not going to keep quiet.
Let me tell you. You watch my CV now. You are saying, why did I travel to America? Then I have to take you through memory lane.
I understand.
Can you just allow me? You've asked a question. Keep quiet. Let me answer you now. You've asked a question, and I will tell you how I came into America now, and I will tell you why I am in America. But just keep quiet. You've asked a question. You've asked a question. He is a grassroots person over there now in Nigeria. Alabi is a grassroots member in Nigeria, right? And that is why we are shuffling ourselves.
I don't need
those overseas and out.
Tell me about the question I asked you. I don't care about your memory lane.
See, please, my dear brother, if you want me to answer you, you will keep quiet.
You know what?
And I will tell you, I am not just opportunist to go to embassy and collect a visa once. So I have lived in UK for years.
What are you doing here?
What am I doing here?
If Lagos State was great,
let me tell you.
You are a member of the APC.
Yes.
And Tinubu has been at the helm of that in Lagos State for the longest time.
Yes.
What are you doing here then?
See, that is what I am now telling you. That don't look at me for people like you who are opportunists. who just have opportunity to get a visa once and come to America. Me, I am on a sojourn of life. When you say a sojourn, I'm a sojourn of life on education. Are you getting it? Let me tell you. This government you are talking about, Nigeria project you are talking about, I have been a civil servant in Federal Ministry of Finance for 14 years. Before I traveled for 14 years. So I know what it entails. I'm not just talking here. That does not mean that because I am here, you are more passionate about Nigeria more than I do. I am on a sojourn. See, yeah, that's what I'm just doing. Are you deaf? Are you deaf? Are you deaf? Are you deaf? I said I'm on a sojourn of educational mission. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? I have lived in Dubai. I have lived in London. I have visited over 18 African countries. So what are you talking about? You come over here and talking to me because you have opportunity. You ran away. You ran away from Nigeria. African God, you ran away from Nigeria. I did not run away from Nigeria. You ran away from Nigeria.
What are you doing here? That's my question.
Did you hear my statement? I am on a sojourn of educational development.
All right.
Do you understand that? Can you get that into your head?
Educational development in Nigeria.
Education is looked for everywhere in the world. You die. It is when you die that you don't learn again. It is when you die you don't learn again in life. You cannot stay alone in a place and feel that you want education. I did not see. Let me not even tell you. I did not school in Lagos. I never schooled in Lagos. Primary school was not in Lagos. Secondary school was not in Lagos. Higher institution was not in Lagos. My master's was not in Lagos. I am going up to learn and learn people culture, learn leadership skills. Not you that you ran away because you feel Nigeria is not taking you where you want to go. So me, I am a progressive-minded person who wants to develop his life. My life alone is not tied to Nigeria. Do you know how many cultures I have known? See, traveling is part of education. But you ran away. You are part of the problem of Nigeria.
All right.
You are a part of the problem of Nigeria. African God, you are part of the problem of Nigeria. You ran away. I did not run away. I did not run away. You ran away. You ran away because you could not get what you wanted. You ran away.
Right, team up.
So it's a shame on you to have run away from your motherland.
All right. I'm Shayi. Time is up. Africa, we have 1 minute to say what you have to say after Team Atiku speaks for 1 minute.
Absolutely, that's fine.
Okay, quickly, I'm just going to say something. You know, it's so funny when I watch this thing and I see we're arguing pointlessly. Really, it's just pointless. You know, we're here to discuss, we're here to educate Nigerians and tell them what our candidates can do. And this one is talking that Tinubu did this and that one did that. See, since Tinubu is not here, let me just talk to Obi. African God, there was an interview that your boss, your candidate, granted last week. And
my incoming president.
Yeah, your incoming for your side or for the obedient people, okay? He made a statement, and that's one thing. When people talk about politics or when people talk about the situation of any country, when the obedience will say, Obi is not like this, Obi will come down and buy petrol, Obi will do this, Obi will do that, Obi does not stay in this hotel, all those. Look, there's what they call governance, government. Government has protocols. You guys have to understand these things. You understand? Obi said, he was in an interview on, I think, Arise TV or channels. I can't just remember. And I was watching him. And what Obi said, he said, look, I'm in this thing to win. It's not, we're not coming here to come and be speaking English or, you have to speak English very well or you are reading something from the internet. No. I said it from day one. Yeah? I have a lot of respect for everybody. You and the other team members. Let's talk, let's argue constructively. You understand what I'm saying? And we said this and Freeze, you said something that they are going to be fact checkers. Because a lot of people come here and say things that are not even in the book.
Yes.
It never even happened. You understand what I'm saying? Let's bring facts. I remember one of the, I think, Obi team said that Atiku is money laundering and all that. Even Obi will not say that. Because you know why?
Do you need the facts for that now?
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now?
I want the facts for that because you know why? You cannot, it's said, there's a popular saying, right? It's not what you know, it's what you can prove in court. My brother, we're educated people. Let me tell you something. Atiku, just give me 1 minute. I just want to just.
That Freeze, your voice is really low though.
Yeah, Daddy Freeze, just give us 2 minutes. Let's iron this thing out. Yeah, just 2 minutes.
We cannot hear you.
Yeah, just give us 2 minutes, man, because people that have been watching and saying they're complaining. These people are shouting, they don't hear what they're saying. So we're talking constructively. Just give us 2 minutes.
My Atiku brother.
Yeah, I beg. They go airport. They go airport. Listen, are they streets, bro? Are they streets? Are they go airport? No, let me just finish it first. You know, that fact, why I said fact checker. Yeah, just give me 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Fact checking. You understand? Someone can be accused if it is not proven. You understand? It doesn't hold waters. Everything about Atiku is all speculation. This, that, he did this, he did that. Obi has the same thing. None of us have come out to say, look, we know Obi. We know what Obi has done. You understand? Because we are insiders, we know. But we don't come out here to say Obi did this, Obi did that, when it's not true. When there is no concrete evidence saying that this guy actually did these things. You get my point? So I yield the floor to you. African God.
My brother, please, there's nothing that I've said that doesn't have proof. If you want me to prove to you that Atiku funneled money through the American University in America, through the American University of Nigeria, I'll pull it out and give it to you.
Can you pull it out for me? I give you 10 seconds. Pull it out quickly.
I'll send it to you. I would also send to you a Senate committee a document that was done where Atiku Abubakar was used as a case study for keeping
but was Atiku charged? That's what I'm saying. Was it proven to him?
Sir,
yeah.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Finish, please. All of these things are not speculations.
Yeah.
And if Daddy Freeze allowed us to be showing
that's it. Just give us 2 minutes. That's 2 minutes. So we can clear this. 2 minutes.
I'll pull them out. And there's one more thing that you were talking about, like, we have to speak with passion. All right. For me, no matter how many noise I make here having this conversation, I don't take it outside of here, right? So we should be able to have conversations and
but constructive. What I'm saying, you remember we agreed. We agreed on the team that it has to be constructive.
My brother, that
it has to be.
segment is meant for an argument.
Yeah, but constructive.
Right. Yeah,
you can have constructive argument.
Did you watch?
Yeah, I was watching.
Bro, I don't want you standing here or here. I want you to be specific, right? There was somebody that was making a noise and was not letting everybody speak. If you want to be honest,
absolutely. No, absolutely.
This person didn't. So don't try.
See, African God. You know me. I don't sugarcoat.
Yeah, so
you know why I came on this live? You know I don't sugarcoat. You know why I came on this live? I don't sugarcoat. I said no. I said as Tim Aswaju was off the grid, it was just you and me. So let me speak to the person that's on the grid, right?
Absolutely.
I was watching this thing. I'm on my way I can show you my luggage. I'm on my way to the airport. And I said, okay, let me just watch. I just want to see what's going on. And there was Tim Aswaju was making so much noise. Nobody could even hear what he was saying. So let's argue this thing constructively. That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely. I'm with you on that. But one person has to be constructive.
One by one, I'm removing you guys. Once you finish your statement, I'm also removing African God, and you, Bongoli, you have 30 seconds.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. I think you guys just saw today what I've been talking about. I told you that the leader of Team Obi doesn't know anything. When he begins to talk, he begins to rabble-rouse. The secret is coming out. That was what team leader Atiku came to say. Talk constructively. Let's talk about leadership. Did he give key points on leadership traits? Talking about strategic thinking, talking about problem solving, talking about conflict resolution, talking about peer-to-peer management. Guys, you see it there. That is why he runs away from me when he becomes, okay, let's talk constructively. Let's bring facts and figures. He doesn't have it. That day will come. That day will come. And I will send him and the Atiku member to Valhalla. They'll go and meet Thor over there. Thank you very much. Bye, everyone.
All right. Everybody had their say. I'm going to bring in 3 people from the audience to tell us what they thought about today's debate. So I'm going to bring 3 people from the audience Please, if I did send you a request, please do join us. These are just 3 random people who I don't believe belong to any particular group. What is your take? We're going to do this in 2 or 3 minutes. Okay. Try to invite as many people as possible so I can get my 3. If you get an invite, please don't decline. All right, Jesse, everybody has been on camera. We could see them.
Hello.
Hi, Jesse. How are you doing?
I'm good. Good morning.
Good morning. What is your take? Oh, wow. Jesse left. Just some feedback. What do you think about the debate so far? Love it. I sent you a request. Love it. Where are you? Ifi Wankwo. There are 84 people here, and I can't seem to invite anyone. If he's unable to join, I don't know if Lovett joined. Okay, so we have nobody here. I really would have loved to hear opinions. Okay, Ibis Love Haven, I'm inviting you.
Hi, everyone.
Here with us.
Good evening, Daddy Prince.
Yes, good evening. Real quick.
To be honest, I'm actually not politically inclined, but tonight, from tonight's debate and previous debate, if you notice my comment section, I was saying mother voice on Timobi. In fact, Timobi generally, I think they need to go back to their drawing board and try to bring in something that's factual, something that people can relate to. Because to me, they sound like a broken record. They keep saying the same thing over and over again. And for Tinubu also, I'm not in support to any of these political aspirants because to me, they're all the same. Tinubu also, they're all about yelling about the same thing. The only fresh idea of fresh people in this debate are Atiku, because they are articulated, like they're composed. They're not just yelling or speaking out of passion. Tinubu and Timobi, all I can hear is just ranting out of passion. They're not really saying what will convince to me. So far, I've not been convinced. I've not seen any reason why I should vote for Obi or for Tinubu yet. So that's my own take in tonight's debate.
Please, can I say something?
Yes, please.
And is it possible that I am not either Team Obi or Team Tinubu or Team Atiku?
Thank you. That's what we want. Thank you.
Same here. I'm not in support of anybody.
The truth about this whole issue, for me, my opinion is going to be I have to be true to myself. Tinubu, as a person, the truth is this man done something, but the only problem or Tinubu is old. Then who are those people that want to walk? Who are those people that cannot walk alone? That has to, you need the support of 2 or 1 to move. Who are these people that want to move on the throne? That is my big concern. It's really giving me, it's so amazing.
Can you mute your phone? I think you are getting feedback. People are not hearing you.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. So real quick, I just want to do this in 30 seconds.
So I just want to know why they want this man that can't walk alone on the throne. Tinubu, why do they want him? This man can do it, fine, but what about his health? This man go die for, I don't know what to say, but the truth is, I mean, we should just vote wisely. That is what I have to say. I'm not in anybody's team. I'm not Team Tinubu, nor Peter Obi or Atiku. That's all.
All right, Ibis Love Haven, your thoughts in a few seconds.
This network is putting. Can I quickly put one or two things to this madam's?
Okay. Anyway, I don't want to take much time.
Sir, can I quickly chip in something, sir, please? Sorry.
10 seconds.
We're talking about Tinubu's right? I'm not, like I said initially, I'm not affiliated to any of them. But I think we dared Buhari, when Buhari was going in, everybody said it can't last 4 years. Man,